Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is really bad, and I don't want to talk about it because it hurts me. Oh, we can buy you motel.
No, shoot the bus, yeah. Bro, keep shooting that king shot. Don't worry, it's not going through. Ah! Oh! No! No! Oh, they're under attack.
Oh, how the priorities have fallen. Rocksteady once made beautiful superhero games, and then after many years of nothing, we get this. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Oh, I've been preparing myself for a few months now because I do not have the energy to go back and do a video on this shithole, as well as just not really being bothered doing videos recently. That's a whole different can of worms. Yeah, I'm probably going to go on about a 10-20 minute rant here, so strap yourself in, grab some popcorn, because I have a lot to say, like everyone else has. Yeah. Cut. I'm going to rant in no particular order here, but we're going to start off with the funny. That's why you had that at the beginning, to convey that we are looking at. So, let's get into... I'm bored of doing that now. Comedy. A Suicide Squad game. Comedy. If you look at the past movies for the Suicide Squad, except the first one, you have yourself a recipe for some glorious humour. What did we get?
Yeah.
I'm right by the sea, right to the front.
Oh, I'm so glad that high tension battle just went to this.
Would you believe me if I said she had
Whoa. That was a cool line as well, by the way.
Yeah. But I will admit, despite only 2 clips I've shown, there's definitely more in here. But despite the 2 clips I've shown of the very big miss on comedy, there is some good ones. They did give me a good chuckle, I won't lie.
Charco. Our enemies come again.
Worst dirty movie I ever saw.
And the only reason I'm making this into its own section is because I feel this game was expected, at least in my opinion, to have quite a lot as well as decent comedy in the game. So I deemed it worthy to be its own little section. Overall, most of them were pretty poor, I won't lie. As I said, some of them were funny.
To my massive and disappointingly male fan base.
Some of them not so much.
Oh my god, watch this really funny gag.
Worth it.
But can't win them all. So let's see if it gets any other ticks in the other categories. Spoiler alert, I pretty much hate the rest of the game. If you're ever struggling with sleeping, I'd highly recommend buying this game because it is so easy to fall asleep playing this. Literally after the first hour or two, you have everything and the missions are so repetitive. Zero diversity, you just do the same 7 things. Oh, look, there's a wave of Bravey exports coming, watch out, they're gonna get the Suicide Squad. Oh no, you killed them. Yay, oh, you have to protect this car. Oh, you protected the car, good job. Oh, you got to save some people. Oh, you did that, good job. Yeah, woo. And that's literally it. Enemy diversity is like 5 enemies. Awesome. And then you get to the end game and there's like 3 or 4 different enemies, which is sick. Thank you, Rocksteady, from going from one of the most innovative, fun, and most engaging gameplay systems, that being free flow if you're living under a rock, to whatever this is. Honestly, I don't get it. It's especially worse in boss fights, because, for example, in the Flash boss fight, you have to use some Speed Force dampener bollocks, I don't know. So you shoot him, and then you press R1. What does R1 do? It stuns him, so you can shoot him some more. Oh no, he lost a bar of health, now what? He's got some different attacks. But as long as you shoot him and press R1, you'll get him. Okay, he's on his final health bar. Okay, he's running around the place some more. How can we make this more engaging to our players? Well, if we keep shooting him and pressing R1... Now, yes, I have been slandering the ever-living hell out of Suicide Squad's gameplay. But I will give Rocksteady props for trying something new. It was fun for the first hour or two, as I mentioned, but they didn't properly capitalize on it or really do anything else with it. That is the main gripe with this gameplay. If they had more variety, we would be fine. If we had more mission types, we would be fine. If we weren't just shooting the enemies and pressing R1, we'd be alright. It's crazy that Sonic 06 had better gameplay than this.
How about this? No! No! No!
Oh boy, it's time for the main event of my insanity. It's time to talk about the story. Yeah! I'm going to keep this as brief and informative as humanly possible for your sake and my mental health's sake, because this story drags for so long in the most random of places and just doesn't feel like it progresses or anything new happens. I've had this playing in the background while I've been talking, but even then, we're still not even at the first boss fight. That is how long this game's. Let's just start. Unfortunately, to actually properly start this, you have to collect all the Argus tapes, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I really had a bad time playing this game, so I just looked up on YouTube and got the footage from someone else. I'm so glad that to understand the game, you have to get these really stupid collectibles. Anyways, thankfully you've only just got to look at the Justice League part, because otherwise I'd end up just dying. I'm gonna make this short and snappy, so we all understand and we can do something more productive with our days instead of listening to more information about the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League game, because this game sucks. Have I said that enough yet? Probably not. So the Justice League are preparing for a Justice Day parade, and Brainiac's ship comes out of literally nowhere, and the Flash is like, do you think that thing is friendly? And, you know, Batman being actually competent and the only character who's built up, says the obvious, which is no. You know, typical Justice League disputes, like, maybe it is friendly, it hasn't even fired a warning shot, we should probably go help it out. But Superman ends up convincing everyone to go on board and to a peace treaty or something. Bear in mind, this Justice League has fought the Sinestro cause by this point. Like, not being racist or anything, but you'd think, you know, one big alien fleet being evil, another one that's a skull ship probably is evil too, and then they want open negotiations on the ship, is what Brainiac requests, and Batman immediately on it. It's a trap, but you know, it's such a headache, man. And they go aboard. Brainiac's like, I have an offer for you. I want you to be my lieutenant, and I will, you know, I'll unlock your full potential, and you'll serve me. You know, at this point, you gotta think, like, surely Rocksteady aren't making these characters this fucking stupid. Batman's been on it the entire fucking time. His entire history in the Arkhamverse, he has been on it. But no. Sure. Alright, and this ends up happening.
Whatever happened in those other universes, Brainiac, you won't have this one! Barry, now!
And so the only ones who were actually able to get off of the ship were Diana and Barry, because Batman, he went onto an alien ship, and let's be real, he can't really do a lot. Green Lantern, yeah, I guess, you know, his willpower doesn't exist when he's on the ship, you know, something like that. Clark, Superman, what? Kryptonite, it's such a cop-out. But in the end, Diana and Barry come to the conclusion that they really just need to evacuate Metropolis and save the citizens. Which, you know, it's actually nice that they're keeping these characters to themselves. At least for now. And Wonder Woman isn't being a evil, sassy bitch like she was in Injustice, because, you know, that seems to be the only image people have of her nowadays, especially if they've only played the games. Yeah, the invasion's been going on for 3 weeks. For 3 weeks, Diana and Barry didn't even, you know, find a Batcave with any counters. Didn't think to go try asking Lex for help. No, just go to the Suicide Squad. We then follow Amanda Waller to Arkham Asylum. Side note, this entire opening for the game is mwah. I hate that it's in this, but mwah, it's great. Unfortunately, it's not in another Arkham game. Anyway, besides that, we're immediately greeted with Amanda Waller. Unfortunately. And then we're greeted by Cash, which made me smile. Then, we are introduced to our main 4 characters, because Amanda Waller needs them for her
little group that she's going to need to take on the alien invasion Metropolis. So, let's see our characters. We have someone who's somehow a threat to someone who can literally restart universes! Michael Jackson, Brock Lesnar victim, and finally, everyone's favourite. Our 4 characters then begin fighting over a bomb because Waller said something along the lines of, if one of you gets this, then you get to put it in the other's head and it's basically a bomb and like, yeah, you'll explode. Or something like that. I really couldn't tell you because I'm putting effort in, but I'm putting as little effort in as I can at places, I'm not going to lie to you. But yeah, they get all the bombs put in their heads, and then Waller says, alright, got some Metropolis with you. Oh, game over, thank God. Shit! They then go up some tower thing into the Hall of Justice, which looks really cool. I'm not going to lie to you. It looks beautiful, dare I say. You can go around, they've got a few little exhibits with holograms. It's quite nice. So then they stroll up and they just find this weapons container because it's literally just on display. And yeah, Lord forbid our villains have a less convenient way of getting their equipment because, geez, I really wouldn't want them to work too hard. Gee. Oh boy. King Shark gets past, however, because this is just priceless.
Where'd the shark go?
And then we go outside for the first mission, and to be honest with you, it's pretty meh. The introduction to Brainiac's enemies is meh. I could basically describe the whole game as meh as I really wanted to. Anyway, we start flying around after beating them all, and then Green Lantern captures us. Oh no! And then he takes us for a flight around the city, and it looks really bad because they're trying to convey speed, and it just looks really horrible. And then we encounter Flash, who's trying to stop Green Lantern, obviously, and I try and go save him. Don't worry, Flash, I'm gonna save you. Ah! FYI, I don't have all the clips for the story, so you just have to go off word of mouth here. Green Lantern destroys Flash, we find him, fight off Brainiac's enemies, and then we go into one of the best parts of the game, conveyed by my voice. Oh, hang on, Tom, it's something enjoyable coming up. Cool.
Still using shadows to scare the crap out of us criminals, huh? Don't sweat it. Batman doesn't kill people. Are you okay?
Oh, he's cool. Oh, the music.
Go get him, Flash!
This way. And then you are thrown into something I adore, which is being the victim of Arkham Batman. This is such a good part of the game. I've always wanted to feel like I'm pooping my pants as a overpowered god is just hunting me down and making me shit myself. Honestly, if this was just a game, would have got repetitive after a while, but I would have enjoyed the ever-living fuck out of it. But you go through the entire game just getting manhandled, Deadshot, dead, King Shark, well, I mean not dead, they got plot armor, what am I saying? It's just so enjoyable, and the knockouts are hilarious.
Only have never had one, guys!
Oh! No! And then we just get pure menace Batman.
This whole segment I love as well.
Alive. Of course, Brainiac. We're ready for phase.
And then unfortunately we go into a major dud period. Exploring this place, really nostalgic. Love it for the most part. I hate the explanation for how they bring Batman back. Listen.
Finally returned, drawn back to the light by the
Yeah, he
metahuman
faked it.
superheroes from Metropolis. They asked Batman to join the Justice League. He accepted.
If you didn't play Arkham Knight, basically Batman fakes his own death to keep everyone associated with Bruce Wayne safe. But apparently, he just saw Superman flying about and was like, ooh, I might as well come out of retirement, why not? Ooh, keep the world safe.
Yeah, thank you for doing the Harlem Shake.
Ghosts are real.
You ate a lot of lead paint growing up, didn't you?
Ah, no lasso? You gotta be kidding me.
Hell. Oh yeah, shoot the woman who's notorious for the fucking bullet.
Just came off, I swear.
Step on me next.
And some more boring cutscenes happen. We have this cool shot of the Suicide Squad, but this game is basically just turning into spectacle. Unfortunately, it's turning into a spectacle for all the wrong reasons, because the story is so jambled and all over the shop. It's just
When? I think it's the second.
there's not really much to say.
Hey, Suicide Squad! Fuck you!
Then we find Penguin, who is also in Metropolis. Really convenient how all the Arkham villains are basically in this fucking place, isn't it? We're recruiting him to help build weapons. A few shenanigans happen.
Somebody stop him.
A few more missions go by. We find Gizmo, because why not throw in another random DC character? Because hey, seems random as is anyway. Suicide Squad find out that Lex Luthor can remove the nanite bombs in their head. So, they protect the outside of his building from Brainiac's people, and then they go to get their things taken out of their head. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen because we can't have nice things and just have them shoot Waller, or, they just malfunction, or Waller just blows them up in general. Like, we're not even at the first boss, and not only looking back at this, am I getting bored? Playing this, I'm surprised I didn't just quit immediately and try and refund, because this is definitely the worst spending of £70 I've ever done. And then Lex Luthor's there as well, because why not have him just randomly appear? As you can tell by my monotone voice, I'm really excited about this. Waller beats up a chair.
What did the chair do? She's seen one head get.
Then we find Poison Ivy, because there was something back in LexCorp saying that she was alive.
She is not.
So now we're here.
Is this what you call a vegetarian option?
I'm really trying to muscle through this. This is just so miserable trying to do. Then they find some LexCorp thing that freezes them in place, and
Don't do that.
them being idiots, touch it.
Oh my god. Watch this really funny guy.
Lex gets absolutely abused by Flash.
Where?
Oh, finally.
The Flash is
Mike
back.
as well. Ooh,
Good guy Flash or bad guy Flash?
Yeah.
They take him down and shoot a bus.
Yeah.
I've already discussed why this is stupid.
Don't worry, it's not going through.
And Lex dies. Just like that.
And he's dead.
See, I know that Flash can just do this whenever he wants, but it's just very anticlimactic because we literally did nothing with Lex.
Thank you, Rocksteady.
He did have a heart. Catch.
Oh, yuck!
And then we get the trailer scene. Right, okay.
Flash, how do I stop this?
Have to die.
I
to
am
save
what's
the
the
world.
left sort of line.
Barry.
Yeah.
Barry is. Then a B-list DC character gets bombed, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm really just about done editing this video. I've been doing this for so many months because I just have no time. So, it's time for me to zoom through this because otherwise I'm just gonna lose my fucking mind. Right, let's take this conclusion. So, our band of misfits call out the Flash like it's a WWE promo, and then quickly dispose of him in a really bad boss fight. Green Lantern comes down and isn't very happy. We end up getting sucked into a portal to go to a completely different reality because, hey, who doesn't like multiverses, am I right, guys? They then manage to find an alternate version of Lex Luthor, which, hey, why not? Wonder Woman then starts preparing for war with kryptonite shields and stuff because, you know, at this point, obviously, you're still trying to save your friends despite the fact they're being genocidal maniacs. Then we go on to face Green Lantern in a little bit better of a boss fight, but still not very good. King Shark then somehow gets power over a lantern ring and breaks Brainiac's shield. Amanda Waller then flies a nuke into Brainiac's ship, which unsurprisingly gets stopped by the Man of Steel, who then goes on to fight Wonder Woman across the entirety of Metropolis, and then gets stabbed in the chest with kryptonite, and doesn't die, and then kills Wonder Woman. And then we pretend like we gave a shit about her when we didn't, the entire story, which then takes us to the Batcave. But I actually quite like the Batcave. It's got some really nice, you know, things to reminisce on from all of the old games. A really nice touching scene with Batman talking about his little plans before something happens. Oh yeah, he kills Robin, that was really clever. Right, I'm talking shit, aren't I? Oh yeah, the Batman boss fight, what I wanted to be the best in the game, is instead dumbed down by the fact that Harley Quinn can reverse engineer fear tox, and you know, her entire time in Arkham, she was just sort of like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna analyse Scarecrow's fear toxin because I have time to do that in a prison cell, and then this is how long the fight lasts.
What was it? Oh yeah, I never was too bright. Get some new material, jerk off. You know, Joker used to be real good at hurting people with words. But you, boop. Even when you're evil, you're still too good. You had a good run, Brucey. Flying around Gotham, punching bad guys, cleaning up the streets, causing long-term mental and emotional damage to everyone you knew. It's our turn now. After all we've been through. Oh. Bet you didn't think it'd be me at the end, huh, Bats?
Are we done with your bad stand-up routine?
Almost. But you always gotta end on your best joke.
Oracle. Strange is launching missile strikes on Arkham City from Wonder Tower. You shut this place down. Joker's taken Talia. I'm going after them.
You can't. Hundreds will be killed. I need your help to stop the attack.
He'll kill Talia.
You need to think this through. Batman can't let all these people die.
My tracker's not activating. Reroute all Wayne Tech satellites to boost the signal.
I can't do that. I realize it is difficult, Sam, but you need to decide if one life is worth sacrificing to save 1,000.
Don't do this, Alfred.
Batman must save Gotham.
Do you want to know something funny? Even after everything you've done, I would have saved you.
That actually is pretty funny.
All units coordinate. What the? What the hell happened in there? Batman! What happened? Shut Arkham City down. It's out of control.
Shut it down. By the end of tonight, I will be a hero, just like you, Batman.
Now this deserves its entire own segment. The fact that Rocksteady killed their golden goose made no sense. I saw leaks leading up to Suicide Squad's release, and I saw, Batman sat on a park bench and Harley Quinn has a gun to his head. And the leaks were that, she shoots him. I was like, nah. There's no way. So imagine my surprise when I find out that they actually went and killed their golden goose. Not only did they kill their golden goose, they made him go out in such a pathetic way. They made him such a joke in his boss fight. Towards the end, they're just playing it off like, oh yeah, Harley Quinn's being really goofy with Batman. Oh, Batman is quoting his famous line from the animated TV show where he's like, I am the night, I am vengeance, I'm Batman, ooh, look how it's funny. It was such a slap in the face to me. We went from, 2011 with Arkham Asylum? 2011. To then Arkham City. To Arkham Origins. I know that's kind of not canon, but it is at the same time. To Arkham Knight. We haven't been with this Batman for near on, actually 10 years. This was the first, Arkham Knight was the first PS4 game I bought. Arkham Asylum was one of the first PS3 games I ever played. Then followed by Arkham City. And Arkham Origins was one of the first games I had on Xbox 360. I have never felt so angry in all my life. This Batman took down all of his rogues gallery in Arkham Asylum, as well as a mutated one with Titan. He stopped Protocol 10 while still under the effects of Joker's poisoned blood, and then went on to fight Clayface as well. In Arkham Knight, he took down his entire rogues gallery again whilst dealing with hallucinations from Scarecrow and getting his identity revealed, and still did it, and still made Gotham a much safer place. And then if we go all the way back to Arkham Origins, he had an entire set of assassins chasing him down, ranging from Deathstroke to Bane to Firefly to Shiva, like, and he still won! This Batman is a god! And they just... a few bullets! I'll do. A few bullets and Harley Quinn whips up a magic potion out of her ass because, hey, she saw what Scarecrow was doing and was like, I'm gonna take some notes here, and I've reverse engineered it despite the fact I'm stuck in a fucking server! If they just made him... I'm trying to think of how they could have made it work with what they had. If, like, they made him... If they found a cure and he sacrificed himself to go out, sort of like how in Gotham Knights. Hell, I prefer how he went out on Gotham Knights compared to this. If they made him go out like that, I wouldn't have hated it as much. But I'm sorry, I just can't. The entire scene and setup leading to this Batman dying makes no sense, and I'm gonna loop back around to talking about the characters and Batman as a whole when I talk about the ending of Suicide Squad and how the story has basically progressed for these past few updates and what the actual premise is. But in my head, this is how, not to be, a dead horse and quote an amazing game compared to this shit, but
This is how the Batman died.
anyways, now we kill Superman with gold kryptonite. Brainiac's not very happy about that. Freezes us in place, brings us aboard his ship, and then we teleport away because of some... I can't remember the plot device, but it's really stupid anyway. Basically, we just teleport away and Brainiac doesn't kill us when he has the opportunity. And then we get prepared for a battle again, have a game crash, and then we go fight Brainiac, who actually is the Flash, who then turns back to Brainiac, who we then bring back onto Earth, who we then think is dead, for a gag, who then suddenly comes back to life, for us to then kill him, and then high five. And then the credits actually just roll like that. What the actual... Thank God we're at the end, Jesus Christ. And now we've finally gotten to the end, so to try and wrap up this mishmash of corporation greed, rushed and crap story, and just general dumpster fire, like I said, I'm going to try getting this wrapped in a nice little bow. So, in the more recent seasons, we've had characters like Joker and Mrs. Freeze so far for seasons 1 and 2, who are essentially multiversal variants because gotta take advantage of our multiverse game. Ooh, and our live service updates. Really loving them. And during, I think it was season 2, we find that the Flash actually isn't dead, because Brainiac made a Justice League that was fake. I swear, every single time something story-related comes out about Suicide Squad, okay, I just feel like I'm literally transforming into Homelander. I'm just gonna... Which was the Justice League we killed. Why did they do this? I assume it was planned from the beginning, but I can't help but feel like it's a cop-out from the backlash they received. And let's say it wasn't that and this was planned the entire time. It is such a boring and easy, just get out of jail free card. Like, oh, you didn't actually kill the Justice League, you know, it was just fakes, you know. Which is really disappointing. But this game can't get much more disappointing. There's still, I think, 2 more planned seasons with, I know a Deathstroke is in one of the seasons, but I don't see how they bring this back around. This game cost, I think, from an article I read, about $200 million and has cost several hundred layoffs for talented developers. Because as much as I've slagged off and bastardized this game, I won't criticize the effort and passion that went into making this. Do I think the final result was good? No. But a game of this caliber for $200 million and people are just being laid off because they took such a big risk with such a bad idea and thought, hey, it'll work because we'll make it live service and we'll make the game captivating, which they failed at massively. There's no replayability in my mind. There's no care for the story or its characters. They just changed so many things and made so many things wrong at the same time. And I can't help but just despise this game's existence. It's really harsh, but I just can't help it. This is probably my most hated game of all time. And it's a shame because it's tied to the Arkhamverse, which has probably my favourite game of all time. Arkham City was such a monumental game. And now its universe is a joke. Because of a retcon. And 100 different changes. But that's all I really have to say about that. So Ben, what did you learn today? I see your hands raised nice and high.
Well, what I can take from this lengthy video that's taken you too long to edit is this game is a steaming pile of fucking shit, and they somehow make it worse in every season. So season 1, we got Emo Boy dressed up as Joker. Season 2, we've got Mrs. Freeze. Yes, of course. The character that definitely exists in the comics. They don't just pull out their fucking ass. This game is a steaming pile of...
And Tom, how do you feel about this game? What have you learned? And Billy, what have you learned? Can we get their parents on the phone? I don't think they're okay. At least they did something right. That was a really nice send-off. In that regard. In the actual story, that can fuck off forever. That, I like that.